Okay, so I'm back with another dark video, and that's because it's super late at night. I kind of have been putting this off for so many reasons. A lot has gone on, and I've just now, well, more so in the past 2 days, come to the realization that I'm suffering from major depression. I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder, um, in 2016. But the thing is that I have done so well managing like various symptoms that I forgot what those symptoms even were. And when I say manage, more so repressed and use unhealthy coping mechanisms to avoid trying to process everything. Anyways, um, like I started having really bad headaches. That is one of the symptoms, by the way. Started having really bad headaches. I thought my ADHD was just getting worse, but foggy brain and trouble concentrating is a part of depression in general. And then I was also having problems. I just could not sleep through the night. I've been having like real bad issues with that. To be fair though, because I have to have noise, I have to have some sort of stimulation going on. So I play YouTube videos. The ones that tend to keep me asleep are when Smosh reads Reddit stories, just keeps playing through. Um, and by the way, thank you to Slim_Henry because without you and your compilation videos, I would probably have a lot more nightmares. But I had to have those stimulation videos up because if I don't, I will most definitely have nightmares and I will wake up a lot more frequently. But even then, I was still having problems like staying asleep. And then on top of that, just like the feeling of all around sadness and like wanting to cry and then being triggered by like memories from my past that um like left me with a lot of trauma, left me with a lot of pain. Um and you'd think that with all of that I would have realized it sooner, but I did not. And now I'm starting to piece it together. I'm depressed. But I also like like high irritation levels. Every major and minor inconvenience is making me want to scream and cry. Um But yeah, so my car wouldn't start. Thankfully my mom did pay for a tow truck, then tried to tell me, um, remember this the next time you're angry at me, which she didn't say this part, but this is what she meant. Okay, so remember that I helped you now when you like really, really needed it. The next time that you're angry because you remember all the trauma that I put you through and all of the just like absolute bullshit that I put you through your entire childhood and all the suffering that you had to go through because of my neglect of you. Just remember that. Remember that I paid for the tow truck. You just remember that. Um so anyways, so which I am very, very grateful that she paid for the tow truck because I did not have the money to pay for the tow truck. It was damn near $200 like to get me less than 8 miles from where I was. My car just wouldn't start. My uncle magically got it starting again. But started again. But now the problem is that he had put back on like my actual tire instead of my donut. But I've got to go get that tire realigned because it's like clunk 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 when I drive. And it's not the tire itself. I aired up every single one of my tires, and that tire is still at like the PSI that it's supposed to be. So it's not the tire itself. It is just that it was not put on like the way that it needs to be. So I gotta go and do that, but I gotta clean out my car before I do that because my car is just not. Obviously, I live in my car and I can't have people like seeing that I live in my car, but also it's just like really super cluttered and messy. I've just gotta clean it up and purge it. Like put everything that I don't absolutely necessarily need that will like won't fit in my trunk in my storage unit at this point. Like I've got to do it. So then after like the whole thing with my car. I had to wake up early and go get my tag renewed. Again, I got my tag renewed back in November. I was essentially only paying for 3 months though, because my last name starts with D, so I have to get my tag renewed before February 1st in order to avoid late fees. And but I had gotten pulled over by police, so I went and got it and got a ticket. So I went and got it renewed in November. Also, my voice sounds like this because I've got a lot of phlegm in my lungs, and like all the coughing that I've been doing has really started to like take a toll on my vocal cords. So there's that. There's that. Um, Productive and non-productive coughing. It's been like that for the past like 3 weeks now. I'm not too worried yet. And then after like going and getting my tag renewed, I had to go to court for the ticket. Thankfully, like they waived it. I just had to pay court fees because I got my tag renewed. Whew. And then I went to the thrift store and got like a whole bunch of like pants and skirts. I didn't get like a ton. I just got like enough that like if some didn't fit, it would be okay. And then one skirt and one pair of pants did not fit, so I was gonna have to return that. I also had to go and return the sleeping bag that I got because the sleeping bag that I got, I was feeling a little too confident, and it was an inch too small for my hips. Could not get it over my hips. So the day after traffic court and everything, I went and I had to return the sleeping bag that I got at the one store, and then I had to go to another location in another city because that was the only like nearest location that had the sleeping bag that I needed. Come to find out that sleeping bag is defective; it won't zip at all. So I've now got to return that and try and get one that isn't defective. And then I went in. I returned the clothes that didn't fit and got 2 sweaters in exchange since I had pants that fit and skirts that fit. It's like I don't need any more. I can do like I need sweaters. I need something to keep me warm. And so like it's just been a whole bunch of craziness. Oh, and I also did go to my storage unit and I picked up my last 3 water gallons that I have. I also still have some water bottles in my car, and I have like some like half filled gallons in my car somewhere. But I wanted to make sure that I got those and my evaporated milk can so that I could mix it with water and make some creamy grits. So I did that, but I like it's just been a lot of craziness. I'm emotionally burnt out right now. Um, these are one of the times when I am just like thoroughly reminded how like how my autism impacts me, my ability to process my emotions, or should I say inability to process my emotions. And it's been a lot. I do want to do a video, however, like when it's like lighter out, but like there's no one in the neighborhood, so I don't risk looking like a loon and or like getting anybody in shot. Because I want to go over like the things that have helped me survive living in my car and like during the winter. Because this is about like the fifth freeze coming up that like I will have had to survive on. Um, and you know, there are a few things that have definitely helped, and some things that just have not helped at all. And I could have saved money by just not getting them. Um, and so yeah, like it everything happened in the span of a few days, but it's felt like such a long month. But I need to clean my car out tomorrow and go and see about getting my tire realigned because I need to be able to start making money again. And I can't do substitute teaching. I can't do Instacart if I am not um if I'm not like fully equipped with my car. That was another thing. I had like an Instacart order. It was one full order, but it was no, it was one full batch, but it was two separate orders. And I felt like, oh my gosh, I felt so terrible. I had to cancel both of them, and then that's because that's the first time I've ever had to do that. and I didn't know like what was going on. I was like super stressed. My account was under investigation. I had all this food that I didn't care for. Like someone had ordered like 18 burritos, but they all had beans in them. I can't eat beans. I have really bad ARFID. I've made a lot of progress over the years, but I still have it. I still have issues, and beans are one of those things. I'm so sorry, Liam. If y'all know, y'all know. But beans are just like one of the foods that I cannot eat. My throat will lock. I will not be able to swallow because the brain is a very powerful, powerful thing. And so like I couldn't eat those. I gave them to my sister because I know that she does eat burritos and she does eat beans. And then like biscuit dough, I couldn't use the biscuit dough. Couldn't use the biscuit dough. Couldn't get to the toaster oven in there in time. Nor cook the sausage. Like 4 quarts of chocolate milk, by the way. 4 quarts. 4 quarts of chocolate milk. And then like a quart of regular milk. I gave one of the quarts of chocolate milk to my cousin. Like all this was like happening like right before the store closed and everything. So I didn't have anybody to just like hand it out to, and we were just trying to like get me like safe, like somewhere safe with my car, because I was panicking so bad. And one of the reasons I was panicking is because the last time I did not sleep in my car for my own benefit, I was sleeping in my aunt's car. Last time, I was not sleeping in my car for my own benefit. I ended up losing most of my cats. Most of my cats were killed, and I cannot go through that again. So there's like, cause like my cats get out, and I know like there's just like this fear in me that it's gonna happen again. So I just like I broke down, and I refused to leave my car, and so that's why my mom ended up paying for a tow truck because she didn't want me staying in the parking lot. Um, of where I was, because I just like I absolutely refused. Because there's one thing I don't play about, and it's my cat. Like my cats are my world. They mean everything to me. And so yeah. So like it's just been a wild week. I'm hoping that I can replace that sleeping bag tomorrow because the real freeze is supposed to like come down Monday. Um like late Sunday night, and I really want to be prepared for that. Like right now, I'm actually comfortable just having like my sleeping bag over me, not necessarily being in my sleeping bag. And I've got some like really warm socks on. And some really warm socks over that. I do have like several packs of hand warmers and a few packs of toe warmers that I got in a little baggie at the thrift store. But uh, I don't know. I'm ready for like spring to come at this point. I don't want summer to come. I want spring to come, and I'm ready to get back in action and start making money. I want to get out of this like depression. I want to get out of it. Like I've been trapped in it for longer than like I've ever wanted to be trapped trapped in this thing for far too long. And I know I'm disappointing like my younger self, because my younger self would be so much more resilient than this, and she would snap back and she would get out of it. She wouldn't even like let the spiral happen this bad for this long. And like younger me had been through some shit. So I want to try and like do something to get me back to me, and like get things going, get the ball rolling, because the more like the sooner I make money and the more money that I make, the sooner I get the hell out of here and I'm not living in a car, and I can cuddle with my cats every night in my own bed, in my own home, with my own fridge and my own cooking appliances. But just speaking of, also they cut my food stamps down, so they think that I'm supposed to be able to get through like through the month homeless with $98. So I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is though. But I'm about to finish my cheese grits and head to sleep. Bye.